We provide as much as we can, and I'm very proud of what we do. Education, job readiness, mental health, legal services, medical services, recreation, all sorts of opportunities. That's not our magic. What our magic is relationship. What our magic is caring about the young person. It's wanting to get to know who they are with no judgment and accepting them for the divinity that is within. The divinity that is within. That is the call of us. That's the call of our work. To trust and to stand in the faith and to somehow, through God's grace, be a reflection of God's love to our young people. To our young people. We've learned something about this work, and I think it is an insight into this faith journey that we as Catholics are called to. And that's a willingness and an ability to hold the pain. To hold the pain. To hold the suffering, perhaps within our own lives. The difficulties, the challenges, to not to negate it and push it away, to not to try to push it and to the side and just put on a happy face. That somehow, through this Paschal mystery, right? This is what we've learned. This is the core of our faith. In the dying is the rising. And that we need to stay and hold that. I wish I could explain that better. Maybe we should get some of the other speakers out here who could do a better job than I could do. But I know it. I know it, and you probably know it too. A willingness to stand in the darkness next to those, or your own suffering, or your own pain, perhaps addiction. I don't know what yours is. But it is that invitation to stand in that, hold it, and know that God is working in it too. The whole thing. That God's mercy is in the whole thing. Julian of Norwich, this is where I'm going to try a little bit to, says a beautiful thing. First there's the fall, and then there's the recovery of the fall. And God's mercy holds it all. God's mercy holds it all. So sometimes the pain and the difficulty, not sometimes, God's working in it all. And you need to have that to work at Covenant House. Because there's some days you want to stay in bed and throw the covers over your head and stay there, right? Because it can be so difficult. And so that we have to stand there and rely on God's mercy in the darkness and the difficulties and the pain. And sometimes, in God's grace, it reflects back to us and overwhelms us.